And
We live, baby.
live.
We live.
Somebody give me my notes. My lines. What are my lines?
It's all scripted.
Right? We got a script? Holy crap, we're moving up in the world. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Curbside Podcast presents Dice Hard with a Vengeance, your weekly D&D game here on Twitch and YouTube Live. We greatly appreciate you guys joining us here tonight. Few couple quick announcements, and then we'll get the show on the road. We'll start with the oath, and then we'll turn it over to Tim. So first off, shout out to our friends at Quest and Trays. Love their work. Their custom dice trays are wonderful. I have one right here in front of me. They did the custom Dice Hard with a Vengeance tray with a wonderful wood grain on it. They also now have dice towers available, so go check those out. Great quality, great people, so definitely give them your business. Also, shout out to Dame of Stones on Instagram, really talented artist and friend of the show. As always, shout out to Andrian Von Ziegler, who provides the music for the streams. Amazing artist. Find him on YouTube and Spotify. We've got new episodes of Dice Hard with a Vengeance up on our own Spotify. Brand new episodes, actually. Right? So go check this out. Give them a listen. We greatly appreciate it. For upcoming appearances, I myself will be appearing at UWC this Saturday as Jay Kirby takes on Tony Cheney for the UWC Heavyweight Championship.
Tim.
I got him. But anyway, I'll be live at UWC this Saturday in Bordentown, at the Bordentown Elks Lodge in New Jersey. This Sunday, October 2nd, myself and Taruk down there, Noisy, will be at the first ever live GTS show in Vineyard, New Jersey, at the Vineyard Fan Con. Come check us out. We'll be there basically all day. Come say hi, come meet us, come watch some awesome wrestling. Absolutely stacked show that's coming up on Sunday and Saturday night, so don't miss out. And also myself, Taruk, and Carlos will be appearing at the J1 Anime Expo in Atlantic City, November 4th through the 6th. We'll be there all 3 days for the convention. Stop by the curbside booth. We'd love to see you there, and love all the chance that J1 has given us to come down to their convention, share our brand with the world. It's going to be an awesome time. And of course, shout out to our sponsors, repsports.com. Get your wonderful Raise Energy.
Race.
Drinking their voodoo flavor tonight. You know, getting ready for that spooky season. So, get you some delicious energy drinks at repsports.com. Use the promo code Curbside8 at checkout. They also have pre-workouts, they have proteins, they have all the stuff you need to be fit and healthy and look like this and like that. So, check out repsports.com and also check out our friends at jerky.pro. They're delicious jerky and jerky flavors. Original barbecue. I believe they've got teriyaki, atomic, just wonderful product.
Forgot pepper. You forgot the pepper.
They do have peppered flavor. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for that.
Come on now.
Never forget.
Do I gotta help you promote?
Yes. Please help me promote more.
Pepper.
So go check them out at jerky.pro. Use the promo code Curbside8 at checkout for a discount. With that, we'll do the oath and we'll get this show on the road. I, Naramos Torin, Miss my little buddy Krellos. He's not here tonight. But I also promise not to be a murder hobo. V?
Oh, yes. I very nice writing. It sounds like way to not be a murder hobo.
Draco.
I'm on vacation.
I mean, it's a vacation.
Fair enough. Taruk Bloodfist.
All right, so I do have a sign, but real quick, I want to say that to anyone struggling, just know a positive mindset helps change everything in your life. It's easier said than done, but you got to start somewhere. And with that said, I want you guys to know.
Oh, it's not even Valentine's Day. You can't write better material than that.
Absolutely. We love all our fans. We love everyone who listens and watches.
Thank you.
Everyone here on this channel. Very, very all believe that mental health awareness is extremely important. Advocates, I guess is the right word. All strong advocates for mental health and mental health awareness. So, positive mindset, reach out if you need anybody.
I'm taking a mental health day tomorrow.
There you go.
So,
Whether they know it or not, I don't know.
They're going to learn.
They gonna find out.
But we love you guys so much. And thank you for watching. With that, Tim, take it away.
Well, guys, welcome back to your campaign. Welcome back to Thrandia. And welcome back to the island paradise that is Eternal Bliss. Which, as we found out last week, you guys, upon traveling away from, yet again, one of the no-name islands, this one was the... apparently the site of a couple of magical portals that opened up to the tomb of Queen Calliope de Verona, and apparently uncovering a plot to resurrect her for unknown reasons. The party does not know, but you survived the encounter, escaped with your lives, and Shroud. Shroud, the magical cloak that belongs to our buddy Corrales Abrazar, who's not here tonight. But after that, you boarded the bronze longship and proceeded to the island for Philomena Bordeaux's wedding. And you did arrive on the newly constructed vacation resort on this island known as Eternal Bliss, or Eternity's Bliss. And what we a little bit of RP, a little bit of relaxation, a couple surprise visitors on the island, Teledora Rex meeting you guys at the pretty much upon arrival, and Torin running into an acquaintance ? And Tadara Amory, the platinum blonde elven girl who you found strapped to a sacrificial altar in Sephiroth Holder's estate. She's also the person who killed him. And after an interesting dialogue with Torin, we wrapped things up last night. I believe it was nighttime. I don't recall exactly what was happening, but I think it was important. But we're going to pick up today, and I'm going to start at the night just to cover a couple things, and then we'll go to the following morning. As far as you guys know, the following day, you have to yourselves for enjoying this island, the beach, and whatever else this resort has to offer. But anyway, we'll pick up right there. I'd like to start with Torin. I'll say that it is still the night before, and you just came back after that very strange conversation with the elven woman. And you find Nat about dozed off in your cognizant but not cognizant. We've all been there, right at that little twilight time where you're fading, and that's where you re-enter your room. So
Torn thinking to himself, was that conversation a red flag?
You handled that conversation
Are you
so well.
No. That's in Torrent's head. Was that a red flag? Pretty sure that was crimson.
I was gonna say,
That's
are you
crimson.
truly questioning that, or I can make you roll an insight on it, or is it just a rhetorical question?
That's a rhetorical question. Even
Okay.
Torrin knows that flag was crimson.
Crimson.
He's just gonna walk in. Huh. That was yep, that happened.
That was a thing, and it happened.
Torn's going to notice Nat, and he's gonna slowly start shedding the armor that he's been wearing for a while. Now that he can actually relax, and he tries not to make a bunch of noise, but it's like that late night walk to the kitchen where you don't make any noise, and it seems to be louder than you have ever been.
There's definitely a plastic cover on a cake, and you try to quietly remove the cover, but it's just
yeah, like trying to open aluminum foil at 1 o'clock at night. Just
yeah.
You open the fridge door as carefully as you can, but all the bottles and the condiments rattle.
Yep.
Cling, cling, cling.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly what it sounds like as Torn is trying to take his armor off.
You're definitely Torrin is definitely the type of person who does that and then swears, "I tried not to wake you."
I tried my best.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
All right. Let's see what we got here. That's not bad. 13.
13. That's about right. You, to the best of your ability.
Oh yeah.
You see Nat is still kind of on the bed, just kind of kicked back. She doesn't have her weapons on her. She's kind of still in leathers though, but just kind of relaxed, and she hasn't moved a muscle. But even with her eyes closed, well, at least you tried.
Thanks.
She kind of cracks an eye open. Everything okay?
Yeah, I guess I'll find out in the morning. Ran into an old friend. Friend being the strongest word I could use in the dictionary.
Who did you run into?
Remember that girl that we and Torn saved from Sephiroth, who ended up stabbing Sephiroth in like the throat?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, she's here.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. She I don't know why she's here, but the last time we saw her, she stabbed someone in the throat. Whether he deserved it or not is not what's in question. It's the fact that, he definitely got murderized.
You're afraid he'll stab somebody else, or she'll stab somebody else in the throat.
Yeah. And I don't like the idea of that, especially not at a wedding where a lot of our friends are attending, and we're attending. Getting stabbed in the throat is not on my list of things to do tomorrow. Maybe the day after. Not tomorrow.
Good point. You'd like to think that a wedding could go by without bloodshed.
I've heard of a culture where if there's not at least 3 deaths at a wedding, it's considered dull.
Where's that? Can we move there?
We'll see. I know Dragonborn ceremonies at least end with at least one fist fight. Just one,
Kind of stifling a laugh, she goes, "Oh, well, that's just entertainment."
Exactly.
Is that all that's bothering you?
Well, no, but I won't bore you with that. You get some sleep. You probably have a really long day ahead of you because your favorite person's getting married soon, and they're gonna need your help.
I know, right? I am probably. Listen, we're gonna spend time here because we're on vacation, but I'm probably gonna have to help out with the bride. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's
As long as she's not the one killing anyone, because that's a terrifying thought, then we're in the clear.
yeah.
But yeah, you get some rest. I'm gonna try to clean up, and just looking at his body that looks like it went through a meat tenderizer because he's been banged up and bruised and attacked for the past 2 weeks. Just
Mm-hmm.
one of these days I'm actually gonna be able to relax. But I'm gonna try to try to get some sleep. I can't promise anything, and I'm sorry if I toss and turn.
Okay.
And that Torn he's gonna lay in the bed, but it's gonna be one of those, like, eyes still open, staring at the ceiling, lay in bed.
Sure.
Just, oh God, I hope, in his head, God, I hope everything goes smooth tomorrow and nobody dies.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He'll go to bed there, and then he'll wake up the next morning a little early and go find V. Let her know that she's got company on the island.
Okay. We'll get back to you. Taruk.
What's up?
Buddy. Oh, there he is.
There we go. All right, buddy. You find your eyes opening up. It is nighttime. You pretty much got to your room and fell asleep immediately. And you kind of wake up, you notice, and it's right around midnight. You slept the whole day. You were exhausted after the whole ordeal on the island and the tomb and Calliope resurrecting and everything. You didn't even have time to process it. It was literally a straight shot from that island to this one, into the resort, and as soon as you got to the hotel room, you were out like a light. So you just kind of roll over, sit on the side of the bed. I believe it's just you. I think Hector doubled up with Corrales, and I think you've got a room to yourself. So it's very cabana-like, beach resort hotel kind of vibe to it.
Well, I passed out. Taruk is up in the room. He's kind of a little groggy. And he just gives a big stretch. Oh, I really needed that. Oh, wait. And then Taruk shuffles around the bed, looks under the floor, and because nobody took it from him, he has Calliope's arm.
You sure do.
I love how you said that, because they let me have it and nobody policed me on this. I've got an arm.
Nobody policed me on it. And he sees it, and he breathes like a little sigh of relief. He's like, okay. And he's like, and then he he drops it on the bed for a second, because he's like, okay. Yeah. He starts talking to himself. Yeah. He's just staring at it to make sure that it doesn't move at all. And he's just like,
make a deck save.
Yeah. Roll for initiative. Is it alive?
I'm not gonna lie. I never do this on the stream, but I debated whether I was gonna make you fight an arm like thing. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna
just Evil Dead 2.
Yeah. But no, yeah, it's inert. It is not moving. It is not doing anything.
All right. So Taruk stares at it, and after just a few minutes, and he realizes, like, okay, he's like, all right. He's like, it's like
your imagination runs wild, but it does not move.
Yeah. He's like, really, that really happened to us.
By the way, roll me, and since you pulled it out specifically, roll me an investigation check.
All right. We'll go this one, investigation. And then I believe the helmet gives me. And I get the. Okay. That is a 14.
14. You see the tatters of whatever burial shroud, no pun, no reference there, just whatever burial shroud that they put her in when she was laid to rest, that remains on the arm. The arm itself, skeletal with very little left decomposing. It's almost all bone now. I would say the only thing that catches your notice, though, is on one of the fingers on the hand. You notice a red ruby ring.
Ooh, shiny. So Taruk's going to take the ring off. Well, first, Taruk is going to, pick up the hand. He's going to kind of, bring it closer to his face, and he's just going to, just rotate the hand. He's trying to, examine the ruby.
Mm-hmm. Okay, roll me an investigation on the ring itself.
All right. And that is a 16.
16. To the best of your ability, it just looks like a ruby ring, and you can't. It's not your forte to know or be able to tell if it's magical in nature or if it's just once again, use the word again, an inert piece of jewelry. Definitely looks expensive, and it was something that she was buried with, but she has you do notice this silver band with a red ruby crowning it. And if you're curious if it matters, the arm that you have there is a left arm.
All right.
I don't know if that matters to you, but that's what it is.
All right. So, yeah. All right. So Taruk's just going to take the ruby off, and he's just going to, put it in his pocket for right now until, he can find somebody or talk to somebody about it.
I would like you to make me.
There it is.
I was gonna say, you're fucking around with strange magic shit.
Make me a wisdom. Wrong. Make me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. All right. Oh goodness. Oh yes, nat 20.
Woo. Nat 20. Nice. What's the total?
21.
21.
Yeah, okay. I get it. Yeah.
Okay.
The ring explodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And on that note, Taruk's gonna hover under the bed and wait till the DM destroys him. No.
Nothing happens.
No. So with Taruk, he puts the ring in his pocket, and he's just gonna wrap up the arm in something, and he's just gonna keep it tucked, hidden away in the room. That's he's just gonna hide it in the room for now.
Okay. Just for this, roll me a survival check.
All right, I'm good at these. Well, goody. 23.
23. That is a good roll. You
18
take a
plus-
look around in the room, and you're kind of like, what would be a good place to hide this? Where is it? And looking around, you find a couple decent places. There's like a loose board that you saw. It's like behind one of the drawers. I'm assuming at this particular juncture, you're almost James Bonding the whole room, just kind of like looking for something out of place. And yeah, no, you do find a couple things, but the one thing that seems to fit to you is one of the drawers in what is kind of like a breakfast nook area. This drawer pops out, and the bottom is like there's like a flat surface that rests on top of the drawer that you can like rest things on top of, and that opens up to like a hidden compartment on the inside. A lot of drawers have this feature, and it's like, well, that wouldn't be a bad place to hide something I didn't want found. So right there, you stick the undead queen's skeletal arm in a drawer, put the top on. You believe it is fairly well hidden.
Fucking thing.
Close it shut. Yes.
There you go.
All right. And then Taruki's gonna be like, all right, that's done. And with that, I think what Taruk is going to do is he is going to Taruk wants to find like an apple.
An apple?
Yeah, just something to eat, whatever, like a fruit or something like that. Apple, banana.
There is,
grapes.
yeah, there. You did get some complimentary fruit that came with the room.
Right.
There has to be an apple.
Right.
Roll
Right.
investigation for fruit.
All right.
No,
All right.
no.
That's
I
no.
Dude,
don't want to talk about
Well, I mean, it's a 6 anyway, so
You don't find an apple. You do find
I get a
you
pear.
find a pomegranate.
Pomegranate. Yeah.
Bites into it like an apple. Blah.
Oh man, there's the worst apple ever. It's an onion. It's a red onion.
Nice.
But it's nighttime, man. It's kind of dark. You were like, oh man, that was a bad mistake. You go to reach, you find an apple.
Terrible.
Easy enough.
All right. So, and then Taruk, he's just gonna go. The hotel you said is like at a beachfront, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
we're
kind of
there
like
at the
beachfront. Yeah, it's kind of beachfront property. You're walking distance away from like a cabana bar kind of setup.
Right.
Yeah, you guys, it's not a huge island, but yeah, no, it's definitely giving you, if you want a real life reference, it's definitely giving you Caribbean vibes to how everything's
cool.
set up.
So Taruk, he's gonna just eat his apple on a walk down to the beachfront, and he just wants to hang out under the moonlight.
Easy enough to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say roll me perception if you would.
All right. And that is 12.
You don't appear to notice anything. Looks like the beach is kind of open. There's nobody really around. You just stand on the shore.
Yep. So Taruk, he's just gonna, just plop a seat in the sand, kind of like knees up, and he's like eating the apple, kind of like, how you would just rest your arm on your knee while you're sitting that style, and he's just staring off into the ocean in the distance, and he's just running everything through his mind, like from going back like with the Rook, and then being taken to the island where Calypso was, and then coming back, and the Guardian Beast and Calliope and the fight, and just everything, and he's just gonna just just images are just running through his head. That's just all.
Yeah. It's been a lot. And you really, I don't know if Taruk or any of you have had time to process everything that's gone down. There's a couple things that just kind of cross your mind in the moment. There's a few things that aren't adding up to you, and the tomb is one of them. Everything, you're aware of everything that happened, but it kind of bothers you that you don't have all the answers as to why and what those mercenaries were about, what was the old Shroud Bearer's original plan. There's questions left unanswered, and that kind of gnaws at you a little bit. Staring out to the surf, you can't help but be reminded of Ojigia and your brief but memorable time on Calypso's island. And it kind of crossing your mind the parting words from her. And for the first time, probably since, you've been able to kind of think about the resignation in her voice and the knowing that this is not the first time, but it seems to really tear her apart every time that someone comes to her island and then leaves, never to come back.
Taruk's processing everything, and well, he goes to take a bite of that apple, and he just chucks it, into the water as far as he can, kind of like angry, not like a rage angry, but he's like, psh.
You see a small splash in the distance where it lands.
I promised her I'd come back for her. I just can't leave her on that island. Man. And Taruki kind of does like that like cartoon plop back, on the sand. He just, hands up and slides hands underneath his head and just staring up at the moon now, and just giant moon, and I have all this power in the world, all this strength, and I just feel powerless right now. And in this moment, like, Taruk is like probably feels the most vulnerable he ever has felt since his sister was bitten.
Yeah.
And he just, it's just like he doesn't even know the emotion, like what to feel. It's just a ball of emotions. Like it's that's like what it is to him. And he's just sitting there in silence, staring at the moon, and like you said, like, he never got the chance to process it like nobody did. Now that he is, it's just like a video montage in his head, repeated over, and it's like, what could have he done to, do this different and that, and maybe she wouldn't have, got revived if he wasn't, like, so headstrong, charge in there and blah, blah, blah. Just, like, just, he's just laying there. He's yeah, just staring off, not aware, like he doesn't care about his surroundings, nothing like that. He's just so lost in his thoughts, and just he feels just more and more vulnerable the more he thinks about it.
Yeah. The last thing that kind of crosses your mind as you start to drift, you see drowsiness and that sleepy feeling start to overtake you as you lay down on the beach. Kind of crosses your mind that not too many people get second chances. Especially not when it comes to family, to love, to the choices made. And maybe for the first time, you entertain the idea that there's something that maybe everybody in the party has in common, even Hector. That you're all looking for second chances. You feel like you're almost on the verge of something, and then you fall asleep.
Yep. Yeah, Taruk, he's just he's just doing that sleep. He's like this, yeah, sleep in the sand. That's it.
Early morning comes. The first few rays of sunshine start to peek out over the horizon. V. It is very early morning. And you wake up.
She is going to pretend to be asleep.
Okay.
She's kind of like, before you like kind of like real stir kind of wake up, just that lazy wake up, and then she just kind of like tries to stay still. Can I tell if he's still with me, or did he leave or go somewhere? Or is he still there?
You feel his arm like wrapped around your waist.
Yeah, she absolutely is still gonna lay there like she's asleep.
How long?
I'd say nothing like crazy. Well, first of all, can I tell if he's awake or not? Does he sound like he's sleeping?
Roll perception.
16.
16. Torrent, just for me, roll me just a d20 and add your Constitution modifier. I'll get back to you on that. 16. You notice after I'd say about 20 minutes of lying there, feigning being asleep. About 20 minutes, you notice a little bit of stirring from Hector. Just, he still has his arm wrapped around you, but you feel movement and just that. Oh man.
Yeah, she wasn't moving this whole time, just kind of being there with him. And then when he wakes up, she's still gonna, she doesn't want him to know that she's awake, because, yeah. So she just sort of plays along.
All right, at this point, it's deception.
Okay. I mean, my modifier's insane, but that was an 8.
Plus.
That's an 18 total. Sorry.
You feel him kind of bend down, kisses the side of your face, and he just whispers, "I'm the only person you can't lie to." And he rolls back over.
She just kind of cracks a smile, and so like he went back to back with her.
Yeah.
Like he rolled over. So yeah, she
Yeah.
just kind of cracks a smile and rolls over like into him,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of like nuzzles her head into his back,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of says, "When I'm not trying, maybe, or maybe you're getting better."
At knowing when you're lying?
Absolutely. What else could I mean?
Yeah.
She just kind of smiles, really wide. She kind of smiles and laughs at him.
There's like a pause. Listen, it's been 600 years.
She just sort of like shakes her head and kisses his shoulder and just. I don't know if I made this clear enough, but doing this in my off time isn't something I usually do. So believe me, it's worth my while. Don't worry. She kind of pats him.
He kind of smiles. Oh, man.
You are very lucky, though. I will say it's the most highly discounted I've ever gone. And then we could just leave it at that. Say you're saving a couple thousand gold and not make any unused jokes.
He kind of looks down and kind of looks at you. He goes, "I thought we established a long time ago I couldn't afford you."
I might have been a little uncouth. You're right. She just kind of like, she doesn't blush, but she just sort of like lays down like on her back and kind of snuggles into him a little bit.
Bless you.
Thank you.
What was that?
The sound of a cuckoo bird off in the distance.
Birds. Birds on this island. Jeez. That said, though, it is the contrast of being on one of these islands that we have known only danger and being in like a feather bed again is definitely odd. She's definitely in this weird, like, this is so odd for her.
Yeah.
Like, this is the island. She's kind of in her element, but not really in her element. Like, this is a very odd experience, and she's sort of just letting it happen. She doesn't really have like a foothold here.
Right.
She's enjoying it.
Yeah. He's kind of starting to kind of loosen up, starting to wake up. So we don't, this is weird to say, but we don't have anything we have to do today.
She kind of like lays on his chest. Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, usually survive is at the top of the list, but I suppose. No. That's odd.
We don't have to go into a crypt or an island to go find something, or he kind of looks out the window, doesn't move, but just kind of goes and looks out the window and I don't see a giant bird in the air.
It's never too late.
And he kind of, there's like an awkward pause, and he goes, do we have a day off?
From what? Our lives?
You got to admit, our lives are not normal.
My life? I was a perfectly normal assassin for a while.
Normal assassin.
And, well,
Sorry, I can't hold it.
Oh,
my
Normal
concept of normal
assassin,
might be a little different. I was
that's
a perfectly
phrase.
normal courtesan assassin for years, and let's just say what I've been doing with the group is so far out of the element of reality that I don't even think this phases me anymore. A little frightening.
Huh. Yeah. You kind of get numb to it for a while, but days like this really throw you for a loop because you're not fighting for your life. I mean, unless you think there's something on this island that I should fear for my life from.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty. Like I said, we're back in the it's politics again, dear. I wasn't kidding before when I said we're back in the thick of things, and you did sort of paint a target on your back.
Yeah, about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to go talk to Teledor at some point. I might have to break away for a little bit.
What,
He
the
wanted-
wedding?
No, sometime today. He wanted me to talk to some of the council members and
Do you need assistance?
he for the first time, because he's just been kind of like just looking up, staring at the ceiling while talking at this. For the first time, he looks down to you and he goes, "I always need assistance when it comes to politics."
I suppose. Look, I don't have any real claim to any type of nobility. The title really only stems from my affiliation with the temples. I don't have any clout there, only in Brine, but this is where it counts here. We do have a fair amount of political holding, and yes, if you need help navigating it, I'd be more than happy to. Considering that, yes, you really technically weren't invited, so in a way that sort of gives you an edge, actually. You don't... She kind of like, she doesn't sit all the way up, but she kind of just like, kind of faces him and just goes, politically speaking, you don't want to be referred to as a prince, right? And you don't want to be referred to as a hero. Have you considered what you do want to be referred to as?
Hector will do for now.
Well, you need to come up with something. But the good thing for you is that because you're coming with me, when